boy JS One Supplier, bbcradio.com, Aries Lounge Podcast. We are back with another phenomenal week, man. I hope y'all enjoyed that Mike Mack interview. Trey Magnifique, one of the, I can call him the OG Illuminati in Baltimore. Hope y'all really understand what I meant when I say that. You know what I'm saying? If not, you need to check out that interview right now. Also, hope you enjoyed that D. Watkins interview. And, of course, that Ruffins legendary moment. Trey Magnifique. And on my constant journey to elevate and show y'all greatness that dwells within our land of Baltimore City, I've got another young legend. I got another boss in the bitch. He like a skinny version of Rick Ross in Baltimore. He's divested, invested, and trifested. I don't know what the fuck trifested is. But, you know what I'm saying? I got Mighty Mark in this motherfucker.
What up, what up, what up?
How you doing, bro?
I'm chilling, man. I wasn't supposed to be here, but I slid in for the interview. We about to do a dope interview. We about to get some things off our chest.
You making beats for my new mixtape right now coming out, you know.
We about to go deep into this live from the Gold Room Aries Lounge Podcast. Let's go.
Well, first of all, thank you for allowing me to use the space, bro.
Anytime.
You guys have been very wonderfully gracious, and anybody that would like to use a professional and very clean facility, a very, very helpful group of people, Gold Room is definitely that place, and I'll give you that free plug today.
GoldRoom410.com.
There you go. There you go. The next one I'm going to have to charge. So what you been up to, bro, before we get deep into this, man? How's life been on a personal level?
Life has been good, man. I've just been working. I recently had a daughter, so she's a month old.
You had a kid, bro?
Yeah.
Nobody walk out here pulling off condoms, yo. Shout out to them, yo. Go raw out here. Shout out to you, yo. You got a daughter. Man, God get back to you for all the dirt you did back in the day.
I had to kill somebody.
Hey, man, if you need a shotgun, let me know. I want things ripped off. You ain't got to worry about it, thing. So, all right, well, congratulations to you, number one.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? It seemed like you've had a really big year. You know what I mean? New studio space. I don't know if everybody knows that. You just moved into a huge. When people say studio, I say no, it's a facility.
Yes.
You got a compound in this joint. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Nice little facility, open for parties, podcasts, radio shows, like just a full hub for the artists to come to create and have a good time.
That's definitely a fact. So, like, what made you decide to make such a big move? I mean, I wouldn't even say early, because you pretty much have been solidified as far as being connected, having the right connections, you know what I'm saying, creating great music, creating a name for yourself. So I feel like this is kind of that time. You actually kind of picked a good time to kind of open up this big, gigantic thing. But, you know, what gave you that confidence? Because this is a big move.
Yeah, so basically I had my in-home actually studio, create a lot of my personal work, stuff for TT, stuff for different artists. But I was moving in with my girlfriend, so I was like, all right, well, I'm moving, so I need another place to create. And really, my partner, Cuddy, always wanted to do something with me, always wanted to do a studio. So like, Mark, man, come on, let's do something. Let's do something. Let's go big, man. We're going to make it hot. So we opened up the Gold Room. At first, it was on Hanover Street as well. So it was a decent facility. It served its purpose, but like attacking the studio from a producer side is a little bit different. Attacking it from just a traditional engineer, right? Cutting out being a traditional engineer, but being a fan of music. We really was about caring about the artist. So a lot of studios you go to, they record you, get you $50, $60, $75 an hour. Then you're on about your way.
Right.
They're not really getting to know you, like knowing what your struggle is, finding you out as an artist. Let me just press record and just go. So I think with Cuddy being such a man of the people and me as well, talking to these clients, building a relationship to these clients, our clients really fuck with us. You might say fuck with us. So
yes, you can.
So they really fuck with us.
You put some F and fuck with us.
Yeah, to that point, so that was a way to make it successful. But in terms of a step, it was pretty easy. The biggest thing was really getting the equipment, and putting up the initial investment. But as soon as we started up just with my name, certain artists coming in, Cuddy name from doing shows and stuff, open mics and stuff from back in the day. We really was already going to have the whole South Baltimore. You could survive off of just having clientele with South Baltimore. So it was definitely the time. And then when like different companies come to the area, instead of bringing them to my house, I can bring them here. Red Bull, City Paper, Baltimore Sun, stuff like that. It's all into the Gold Room. And the first year, opened it up like we did in Under Armour commercials and all kinds of stuff. So we just moving, and we needed more space to do that. So now we can do dance classes, radio shows, podcasts, private mixtape parties. So now we have more different ways to help our artists, help our clientele, and more ways to make money. At the end of the go, that's what we're in it for. We got to make some money off too.
That's
off too, right?
That is definitely a fact. I can't wait for the Gold Room stripper party to pop off because I'm definitely gonna get my ones gonna be here. Gonna turn up that late night move. You know what I mean? But let's go back because there's a whole point to everything I do as far as these interviews. Like I want to go back to the beginning. So like in your house growing up before you could touch the radio.
Okay.
What kind of music was being played in the house?
So in my house, I grew up with my grandparents until like my second year of high school as well. Mm-hmm. Give me 1 second. Do we have the ability to stop and come back in?
We do have the ability to pause. We'll be right back. Y'all keep it locked. Aries Lounge Podcast, bbcradio.com. It's your boy, JS1 Supplier, bbcradio.com. Aries Lounge Podcast, we back in the building. I got Mighty Mark here.
What up?
OG Stats 2018. You know what I'm saying? Young Kobe in his prime. You know what I'm saying? Well, obviously Mr. Don't Wear Condoms out here just had a kid. Shout out to him and the baby. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Grown Man so now he got an office and he got a way home. So all the ladies out there, if you're single and you're looking for a new baby daddy, there you go. Nah. So let's get back to the business. So we were talking about, growing up in the house, what was being played in the house, before you could touch the radio. Mm-hmm. And you were supposed to be giving me the inside. Okay. And you said you were raised by your grandparents.
Yes. So my grandparents listened to a lot of gospel. Mm. I wasn't too heavy into music. It's gospel was just playing while I was in the car. They was in the church a lot. And so that's kind of when I was younger. And I really got into music, the TRL kind of days, like Puff Daddy and the Family, and around the same time Limp Bizkit and Kid Rock was doing the rock and roll, and singing Backstreet Boys, and around that time frame is when I really started listening to music, listening to like a lot of boom bap, like Talib Kweli, young Kanye West, Nas, Common, stuff like that was really the most I listened to.
So, but before you could touch the radio, it was just really kind of like a gospel.
Yeah, like gospel.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now, were they into like the old kind of gospel, like where it's like a lot of just piano, some drums, and somebody singing like crazy, or was it kind of like new wave, like Kirk Franklin and this and that and the third?
A little bit both. So it was like more like spiritual,
progressive.
Yeah, like spiritual hymns. But when Kirk Franklin, I think it was Kirk Franklin Family, whatever his first album, but they had Shout on it. They listened to
Stomp.
Yeah, Stomp, yeah. So they had that, and I listened to that too. But really just anything gospel. Anything that came on the gospel station.
So what you're saying is when you were able to start controlling your choices in music, that's when we had the MTV movement. And then the mixing of all these different...
And the box. The box was out. Yeah.
So I'm assuming in your age bracket, you probably came in the latter part of the CD time period. So like, what was your first CD that you bought with your own money? See, that's a moment. When you got that $15.99 or you was going to Best Buy for the $11.99 joint. Yeah. When you got your own money and you could make the choice. What was the choice that Mighty Mark made for that first CD?
I want to say my first CD I had to go half with my cousin. My cousin was always over my grandparents' house anyway.
That's lit.
I think it was the Jadakiss album that had the Kiss of Death. Woo! When I learned the game of something in a minute. The time is now.
Yeah. What?
And then he had the song Nick Dogg, Time Is Up on there. I think that was his album that he was really main. Because he had Eminem on the album, had a Kanye West on the beat. So that's probably the first album I spent my own money. Me and my cousin went half, and we're like, "Hey, you hold the CD this day and go to school." And I had a little disc man. Used to stick it in my flight jacket. So we used to switch back and forth that way.
So, what made you gravitate towards Jadakiss? Was it mostly because of the lyricism, or was it production? Was
the lyricism, the bars.
Or
I started off rapping. I was a rapper at first.
Hold up, stop. Take this back. You was rapping?
Yeah, I was a rapper.
Wait a minute. What was your rap name?
My rap name was Murder Mark, just like my producer name before was Murder Mark. Murder Mark came from being in high school and middle school, and people banging on the tables at lunch, and me murdering them in the battles. That's when Murder Mook and Lux was really doing that thing back in the day. I was like really battle rapping. Even in the battle rap scene in Baltimore, some of the rappers, I used to go check them out. Some of my friends were like, yeah, man, I battled him in high school. I ran a rap club at Poly as well. So it's really, I was rapping. I was listening to I still let the people think, you know, because I know we jumped a little bit forward because I'm known for club music and dance music. I listen to bars. That's all I can listen to when I'm driving. And not just bars, stories, and stuff. Well, listen.
Or this is an amazing moment. That's something I ain't know about you.
Yeah.
I'm learning something new today. All right, so what side of town you grew up on, bro? You east side, west side, south side?
Well, I'm south side, but my grandparents stayed on west side, West Coast Spring. So I was like to West Coast Spring until I was like.
You was up Park Heights?
Off of Park Heights. Not really Park Heights. More like closer to Garrison.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you was near me. All right.
Yeah. So I was there until my 10th grade year. My grandmother passed, and then I had to move with my mother. And my mother was in Cherry Hill.
Shout out to you.
Mm-hmm.
You and GGO Slick. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Shout out. All right, so when did music become more than just the entertainment for you? When did it become a thing of, all right, obviously because you was an MC, when did you go, all right, I'm going to write my first rhyme?
Yeah.
Was somebody encouraging you to do it? Was it something that just naturally you was just like interested in, like, let me see what I can do? How did we get to that point?
Well, I really actually wrote my first rhymes in elementary school. So my other two friends was rapping. One of them name was Shabai, and the other name was Daryl. And my name was Marcus. So we had a rap group, JMB. And that's like probably the 4th or 5th grade as well. So it started in elementary school. Like, man, let me write some rhymes. And I had like an old compact computer. I used to go on a notepad and type up the rhymes and stuff and print them out on a piece of paper. That, I don't know why, but it just looked official. I had it on a piece of paper. So,
I never heard of a nigga typing up rhymes.
Yeah, I typed them up so I can hold it. Yeah.
I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, typed them up.
I'm gonna kill you. Shotgun.
Maybe because I had a printer, I thought it was cool just to print.
Word.
Not that I wasn't writing stuff down on paper too.
Right.
Just something to do on a computer besides pinball. Because all they had was pinball on the computers back in the day.
But I respect that. That was kind of gangster. You had some printed nerds out there.
Then in middle school when the battling started, because you had Rap City. You had Rap City, people going in the basement and freestyling. I used to like that. And then you had Freestyle Friday.
Mm-hmm. So
that's when we started having Freestyle Friday, because in my middle school in Roland Park, they had something called sit with your buddy there. So on the other, so during the regular week you had to sit with your class, but during Fridays you could sit anywhere. So sit with your buddy. Everybody come to my lunch table and we do Freestyle Friday, banging on the desk. So that's when I kind of started battling.
Mm-hmm. So was you winning?
Hell yeah, I was winning.
Come on. You gotta lie, yo.
You can ask people. I can pull people from my school and they can say I was winning. That's how people would be battling and all. I was like, man, I can write it this. Don't diss me. I can write a diss track.
So what was the content of most of your rhymes in that time period? Like what were the main subject matters?
Really just outlandish punchlines. Back in the day, I can't remember it being outlandish. My gat is like this, it flipped you like this. Like everything was like as. It was more like a simile metaphor type thing. Who can have the most outlandish metaphor? There really wasn't any deep content. It was just back in the day, who can create the most outlandish thing to say? You have Ludacris, you have Lil Wayne doing the crazy rhymes back in the drought and his mixtape days. Yeah, there wasn't really any deep content. Yeah.
That's lit. All right, so when did you? When was the first time y'all stepped into a studio? And give me some kind of like idea of the year.
Ninth grade. Ninth grade. So if I graduated in 2007, ninth grade would have been 2003. First day. Because I was in a rap club and we used to have a spirit fair and we sold like candy and stuff on the spirit fair to make money for the club.
Right.
And the club at my school paid to go to the studio. Wow. So we went to the studio. So in my freshman year in high school, we actually went to an official studio. We recorded and we got the CDs pressed up and we sold them at school. So that was cool.
That's crazy. They had y'all on a professional route early.
Yeah.
Because they were pretty much teaching you, hey, this is how the game works.
Yeah.
Like, you create a product, you print it,
Yeah.
and then you sell it to people.
Yeah.
And then there you got your profit, and then you reinvest and up. So, all right, when did it become something that, was that kind of like in that moment that you went, yo, all right, this is what I want to do? Or were you thinking, hey, this is just something fun?
No, it was just something fun. It was just one of the clubs, something to do after school instead of being out on the streets, per se. It really ain't become something I wanted to do, like, oh, I can make money off this, I can. That wasn't really going out. I wasn't really going out doing shows and nothing like that. It really ain't come to like, hey, I can make money doing this, so I can produce it.
So now, going back to the rap thing before we get into the producer, because once we get to your producer thing, that's when everything explodes. But as an artist in 2003, 2004, you're looking at the emergence of a lot of Baltimore artists. Were you guys aware of the Boss Mans, the Tim Trees, the this and the that? Were y'all aware of that, or was it just kind of like, all right?
I wasn't really aware of that. Now, what I could say, I used to go to the Patapsco Flea Market, and Money Man used to have a stand at the flea market.
Shout out to Money Man.
Yeah, so I was aware of him, and I became aware of Boss Man through Money Man, because Boss Man and Money Man had that riff. But besides that, I wasn't really, like, aware of it. When I used to go to the parties, they used to be like the Tim Trees, Bank Rolls, the Paula Campbell type stuff. Right. And I wasn't really aware, like, oh, they from Baltimore. I was like, oh, that was another song on the radio. It wasn't really like, I knew they was from Baltimore. Because I wasn't really going out. I was going to, when I say my grandpa, go to school, say school, go back club, go home. Right. But maybe go to an Easter party. You know, something like that. And then I hear that song. Or on 92Q, but my grandparents had the radio, like, really on a lot of gospel stuff.
So you weren't immersed in the 92Q world?
Until I moved out China Hill.
Got you.
10th grade year high school.
Okay.
Freshman year I did the CD, but 10th grade year I had to move with my mother. And that's when like they'd take the radio on the back porch and just outside all day, listening to club music, listening to 92Q, listening to stuff. So that's how it happened.
So was that the moment? So like when you start listening to club music and you're getting more now immersed into Baltimore culture now as far as the entertainment culture, right. Is that what caught you? Or
Yeah. So I was actually volunteering at a recreation center. I was making beats like I kind of want to rap to, like sample beats, Talib Kweli, Kanye West, stuff like that. And then the kids was dancing in the wet like, well, you can't make a club beat. Why? I can make a club beat. It's all the same damn tempo. I can make it. It's only. That's all it really is. So I go like, but there's more to it. So I'm like, all right, I can make this. So I started making those club beats. I started burning CDs. Had this old Windows 95 computer. It had like 20 gigabytes on it. I had to buy an external hard drive that was $200. Only had 160 gigabytes on it. Now you can get a terabyte for like $100 or so. So it took me like an hour to burn a CD. So I burned like I put an hour, go outside, go on the court, run around, put an hour, burn a CD. So I was burning CDs I was making club music and burning CDs and handed it out to the kids in the neighborhood. Then I go there to the clubs like, dude, y'all need to play this, I need to play that. So all of a sudden, when somehow K Swift and KW Griff got a hold of the CDs. So we sitting on the porch one day playing the club and like, yeah, shout out this guy, South Baltimore, Charlie Hill, we got Murder Mark. I love this track. It's new. It's original. I'm gonna bring it back. So we had to push. Oh, we had to push running around like we thought we superstars. So we running around stuff like that. And then after start getting played on the radio, like, all right, I'm gonna make it known. I'm making it. And the funny thing is, I was making certain tracks for sitting with Swift, and certain tracks for sitting with KW Griff. And Swift had off the radio. She was playing like Tuesday, Wednesday, something. KW Griff had the Friday nights.
Mm-hmm.
So I was saying that, so it's like I had a bunch of tracks on the radio, like, who this guy? Because you got really, I just graduated high school and I was working at the recreation. So this was 2008, the same year Swift passed. But that same year I was killing it. Every time you turn club music on, it was a new Murder Mark track. I had to drop like 60 tracks. I was just making send them out.
Quick question. So, like, when you're making different stuff, was there a particular style that you knew that K-Swiss was gonna versus K? And what was the difference?
Yeah. So Swift was more for the youth. Youth club tracks had a lot of chopped up vocals. Like they had just started doing what, like in the hey, like in like real intricate like melodies. Like Black Star had melodies, like melodies and stabs. K-Dub, he played the new stuff, but he was more of old school breakbeat. None of it was more breakbeat. So it's like he's more breakbeat, Swift's like more hopper. And then eventually I started sending both of them the same stuff too, but Swift was more hopper, get up, dance. K-Dub was more like the groove left to the right. Okay. And you've been in the scene, so you kind of know what I'm talking about.
Because if you really break it down, it's like KW Griff catered to more of the older crowd.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because we're not doing a whole, we going two-step, but we not going to get sweaty.
Right.
So whereas K-Swift, they was like, yo, your whole shirt, know, wet because you just dancing so hard. But
Yep, so that's kind of what it was on the radio. And they kept on playing it, and they kept on playing it. And I said, well, let me just keep on making them. And then it shifts, if you want to shift a little bit. It shifts to me, like, with you not being with a clique, like being with Uncle Willie or being with a certain label, I don't think, people's playing on the radio, but club music is for the clubs.
Right.
And not like people like, oh, my song, it's really for the clubs. So I don't think my music will get played in the clubs. I'm like, well, how can I get my music out there more? And I started going to SoundCloud. And I believe, I always say I'm one of the first artists that was having that club music on SoundCloud. The Jersey, they was on the internet. They was already on it. But, like, I was putting, like from Baltimore, because when I put my music on SoundCloud, people send me emails, yo, what's up with Scotty B? What's up with Wally? But they couldn't really reach them because I was, like, the only person online. So they'll ask me about other DJs or ask me what's the thing going on. They'll ask me about different producers. And I send them my stuff. And I was never really sending nobody else stuff. I just keep on sending my stuff. And I would take pictures and on my, well, it wasn't my Facebook then. It was more of a Twitter thing. Right. I used to go on Twitter. Used to search the hashtag BMore Club. And everybody that ever tweeted about BMore Club, I send them my joint. That's the hashtag. Then I'll do brackets and put BMore Club. And even the people that's not hashtagging, I send them, hey, you see. And now it's like spam, but it was early on. So people have a whole conversation with me. Then I get that email. That's how I build up my email database. Then I'll email them, here go my new stuff. Now I'm sending it to every DJ you can. Send it to the DJs for free. They're going to play this stuff. Then it will just circulate and travel. Then all of a sudden, colleges from out of state started booking me for shows, and I ain't even DJ. Because you didn't think club, when you make club music, people think you're DJ. Right. But I wasn't a DJ. Like, you know what? Like, yeah, we're in Greensboro College, and we want you to come do a show for $1,000.
I ain't throwing that money down.
And y'all gonna pay me to come and play my music for an hour for $1,000. Let me go to Guitar Center and figure out, get me a controllers wasn't even a thing then. Right. There was turntables and the CDJs. Right. And I got my controller. Like, what you planning on? Like, this a toy. What you planning on? Like, no, I'm gonna take this, and it's easy for me to learn at my house. The CDJ is like $1,500 a piece. Fact. Now,
unless you got the bootleg joint.
Yeah, and the turntables was super expensive too. Techniques expensive too. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna say this. I was probably one of the first people with controllers in my opinion. So I started going out of state. Started looking for colleges and stuff. And like, shoot, I'm gonna keep on going out of state and get this money. They ain't paying me here. And I like to do it. I can travel out of state. And I was working at Subway at the time. Shoot, this more work. This check more than 2 weeks working Subway. I would keep doing this.
So let me ask you this question: doing a DJ set with your own music, isn't it cheating? Because it's like, yo, you know the ins and outs of all your records, so it's easy to blend them and bring them back, to turn around and flip it and make it yours. I mean,
that kind of stuff.
And you're a producer, so you can customize the whole set and press the button and act like you're doing it. He ain't doing nothing. He's just sitting there.
Yeah. But I think that's the thing. What some people didn't realize, catch on early from here, the producers, like that EDM culture, like it's DJs here in Baltimore that can outmix the festival DJs. Any given day, it'll be turntable scratching, flipping the record, and all that kind of stuff. But these DJs getting shows based off their tracks. So they're getting booked on, and they paying to hear you come play your tracks. Now, I ain't gonna play a whole set of my tracks. When I was going out of state, I was filtering other club music in, because the one thing about club music is that if you're not from here, you can't really get all the tracks.
Correct.
You have to go ask, yo, you made this track, let me give it to you. And then I can just go online and download it. Right. When I was going out of state, my crate was mean. With my tracks and tracks from here, the people ain't never hear you. Like you go to Greensboro or going to the Haverford, PA. I played in that college. They ain't hear none of that music. Right. It's all fresh to them. So yes, it was a lot of my tracks, but it was a lot of other Baltimore tracks, more like a Baltimore club set. But yes, a lot of producers, like if you make tracks and you put them out the right way, they're gonna book you. They don't book Diplo because he's the nicest DJ. They booked him because he got those tracks. Mm-hmm. They booked Bauer, Bauer, he made the Harlem Shake. Mm-hmm. He plays my music. So, he came to Baltimore, I love your stuff. When he made that Harlem Shake, he started getting bookings off of that track. Mm-hmm. Not because he's the illest DJ. Not saying he can't DJ, I don't know, but I'm just saying they book people off their music, kind of like as an artist. Mm-hmm. So, people like, yo, can you DJ my, DJ down, what's a hot club in here? Can you DJ down Club 1 or the Sports Parking? That's not really me. Right. I don't download all the music, all the track music, then learn when it come in. I don't have all the Cardi B on my computer and stuff like that. That's not really me. People book me out of state, like, yo, Mark, we want you to do a Mighty Mark stack. Anybody can give you the Booties or the Cardi B's or something like that, but you only going to get a Mighty Mark set from me. You can't get that from anywhere else.
That's a classic moment. All right, so y'all keep it locked. Aries Lounge Podcast, bbcradio.com. We got Mighty Mark in the building. We just in the beginning stages. I ain't even got to the litness yet. We ain't got the HBO, and here we go with the stats. We're going to be statting all day. So keep it locked. We're going to be right back. Check these commercials out. bbcradio.com, Aries Lounge Podcast. Let's go.
Put it on a scale, do numbers. Put it on a scale, do numbers. Put it on a scale, do numbers. Play with them keys, piano. Play with them keys, piano. Play with them keys, piano. Play with them keys, piano.
It's your boy JS One Supplier, bbcradio.com, Aries Lounge Podcast. I'm back in the building with the young OG himself, Mighty Mark. What's good?
Young OG. I said it to a couple. You know what? That's about to be underneath my Instagram.
It better be.
The young OG.
You a young OG out there. Yo, you just told me you was doing tours. I mean, it may not have been like an official date with a big poster, but you getting checks out of state. Yeah. You got your beats played on the radio. And how old was you? What, 19 years old?
Yeah.
That's amazing, bro.
Yeah, man. A young OG, man.
So, all right. All of this stuff is happening for you. Mm-hmm. Like, what's your thought process at that point? Were you just enjoying the moment, or were you what was Mighty Mark's thought process, or Murder Beats? Excuse me.
Well, at that same time, around 2008, a few things was going on in my career. So I linked up with my partner Mike, my best friend, and he was rapping in Baltimore, like Cherry Hill as well. He had just came home from Job Corps, and so me and him had went half on Pro Tools. Okay. I was helping him with his rap and stuff and making beats for him. Another artist by the name of Rel, he had linked up with Mike. So he was rapping. Then also my friend by the name of KS, he goes by Corey Little now. Mm-hmm. He was rapping and doing like battles downtown. It was getting hella big. So I was focused on them as artists. I also linked up with a DJ by the name of DJ K Spin and Mike Mumbles. There was old club legends. Mm-hmm. K Spin, a young OG as well. Swift was playing his stuff in the whole. He's part of Club Queen Entertainment. So his sister had linked me up with him, and me and him started making club tracks together. And he brought me to Debonair Samir, Alan Craig. Mm-hmm. Debonair Samir, Alan Craig was making tracks all over the place. They was getting played on platinum overseas. Samir's had the Samir's thing, which is the classic club track as well. So I had did some production on the Yo Boys album. and do the Crate. And the Crate and work with a bunch of different artists as well. So he took me up New York. So when he took me up New York, so this was before I was getting booked out of state. A little teeny bit before. Around the same, but a little teeny bit. He took me out of state out of New York. So it was Webster Hall. And they was playing club music for thousands of people. Like, what's the same stuff I'm playing here in Baltimore? And he played the dun, 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 and then the radio artist, Mr. Vegas, come out and smack one. They were like, oh my gosh. Oh, and he started rocking and the whole crowd went crazy. I was like, nigga.
Wow.
Oh, I'm about to do this shit. Fuck playing down here. I'm about to do this shit. So after I did that, came back to Baltimore and get my drive up to make more club tracks. So that was before the Yo Boys project came out. So that was just me and Alan Quay. So we came back, we did the Yo Boys project. We did a release party at Skateworks. It was live. So we did that. So then, on one of that songs from that Yo Boys project, Samir was cool with TT, the artist. So Samir was like, well, TT, actually, we should get TT, the artist, to back on this beat that you did called Let Me Show Him. So she rapped on the track. And the song came out, something like that. Then TT's manager came Jamal, and he kept on calling me. And he kept on calling me, like, yo, what's up? Like, well, my name Mark. Yo, TT really loved that track. He's trying to get some more stuff like that. He kept on hitting me. And I, to the point, I don't work with a lot of people. So he had to come like 2 or 3 months. So like, yeah, he said, where the fuck is that? I was like, all right. So he had to finagle getting TT in there. So me and TT got in there. We did a track called She Rockin'. It was hot. She loved the beat. And she's from Miami. Right. Well, she's from Florida. So the Miami bass was similar to club music. Correct. So we did some tracks. And then Jamal started kind of co-managing, semi-managing me. But, like, I never really had a quote-unquote manager direct me because I kind of managed myself. Kind of just telling people how I'm going to do it like this. How can we get there? Right. Now, like somebody, you're going to do this and that. So, yeah, so I was making my club track, started playing on the radio, and then people started hitting me for out of state. I wasn't the DJ at all. So he was the one like, I don't know if I'm going to do it. I'm not a DJ. And Jamal said, no, we're going to do that. We're going to get a controller. We're going to do that. So I got the controller, and we played North Carolina. And we started playing here. We started playing different shows and stuff like that. And I started putting TT vocals. I was getting played like overseas and stuff like that, but I just started fading TT vocals over the track. At first, it was just her vocals, not even verses.
So what type of space was TT in at the time? Was she known or was she new? Like,
no, she wasn't new in terms of, I wouldn't say she was new in terms of like Baltimore, because her manager worked with Caddy. She had songs with Test Me and Smash. Mm-hmm. She was doing video. She was doing Keeping It Real TV as well. So everybody knew TT, but I don't think everybody knew her as an artist at that time, per se. I think she was still working, figuring out her sound, per se. She had some stuff that was hip-hop. She had some stuff with another producer by the name of Devin that was hot. That was more electronic. But when she got club beats, like even a couple producers called me, like, yo, y'all got, that's it. So I think that was kind of her sound with me and her getting together. I think she really got to develop her sound with me.
Got you. So now you touring, you're saying you're putting TT, mixing it into your set.
Right. So when I was getting the shows, they were just booking me. And I was like, all right, TT, let's feed her in there. She can hop on to do a set. Then eventually she got so out, she was getting shows and bringing me as DJ. But at first I was just like, I had a mixtape series, AO mixtape, AO Volume 1, 2, and 3. They was lighting up the internet. So I was doing those, and I was putting her vocals on tracks so people can use her voice. Then I started doing a club track and just have 8 bars or 16 on it. So I was just fading it in. There's a lot of the club DJs that's from around the world, that's around the nation, like the people that's hot in Jersey there, the people that's hot in Philly, the people, all of them knew me, respected me. Like, that's what Mark. So a lot of them, at least in the beginning, got to know her through me.
Right. But what made you do that? Like, come on, that's a lot of, you're really pushing somebody, and you don't have them on paper. Like,
but I'm pushing them musically. I was doing the same thing, With Mike, who's my artist, I was doing the same thing with Rel as well.
Okay.
Mike and Rel had a song, Let's Do It Again, that was playing club music on the radio. Mike and Rel had songs that was playing in Skateworks. And Mike and Rel was on the Yo Boys album as well. They was on like 4 or 5 tracks. TT was just on 1 track with me. But TT had a manager. TT really had a lot of drive.
Right.
But any artist that I worked with I was going to be on the club track.
Gotcha.
And all my artists was my friends.
So because you saw that she had a lot of drive, that kind of made you want to like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna throw you in the mix a little bit more.
Yeah, kinda. Plus a manager liked it, and I was cool. Me and her manager was real cool, Jamal. We was real cool too. And it just made sense. Like, all right, let me fade her song, get faded out. Plus she was doing the show. Plus I wasn't driving. I didn't have a license, so her manager should drive to the show.
Got you.
Yeah, so we had like a whole system going. But Mike used to come too, and TT, and then we started bringing the dance. So when I got booked out of state, you wasn't just booking Mike. You was booking the club experience. Because you would have me, TT, Mike, and you would have TSU coming along with us as well. So when I was going out of state, you would leave with a piece of the culture. And then I wasn't doing the shows for cheap, but I wasn't really making any money because I was giving it to them. I was bringing the whole thing up. But then it was documented. Like, and in my opinion, besides Black Star was the man decent, like, me and TT was the first people doing club music visuals, putting strong visuals to club music, before Instagram, before Facebook video. We was doing club music videos. We're like, damn, you can do a music video to the club song?
It's a genius idea.
So
I never thought about that. I've been in the game for a long time.
So if you go on YouTube, look at Murder Mark, My Garage. Murder Mark, You the Best. TT the Artist, She Rock. You know, we was getting pressed in publications, bringing them to the hood. Vice, I bought Vice to Cherry Hill, my nigga. Right in the projects. People wasn't doing that.
That's exactly where Vice would want to go.
Yeah. I was bringing them to, like, people was bringing them down Station North, and I was bringing them niggas to South Baltimore, bringing them to the hood. So in my older club music, not to say my new club, but my old club was raw. It was like in your face, like, fuck you, nigga. When you turn it up, like it's punching you in the face. But every time I'm like, yo, give me that murder mark. I want the whitey mark. I want the murder mark. So I'll be hearing people saying, but it's like really punch you on your face and cracks up. And I was doing vocals on the club tracks too. So yeah, it was fun. We had a lot of fun.
So you generating all of this attention. You're amassing fans. You're putting out tons of music. So I'm still not hearing the vision. Like I mean, like, did you have this idea? Because where we are now, even though that was lit back then, that ain't nothing like where you at now. Like, how did you, at that time period when all this is going on, are you envisioning where you see your future going, or are you just kind of enjoying the ride?
I mean, probably enjoying the ride, but I talk through my music. So I don't have a PR company. I don't have a manager. I don't have somebody, the drug dealer, put money up behind me. So I get everything out through my music. So when I was putting out those mixtapes, I like, you know what? Y'all ain't gonna play my stuff too much in Baltimore in the club. So they was playing on the radio, but in the club, that's still like they wasn't playing that much, or like I don't have somebody doing a press release. You know what? I'm gonna make 3 club music mixtapes, all original, 20 tracks, original vocals, artists. Y'all not fucking. I'm gonna show y'all how I can put strings in the club music. I can put horns in the club music. I can put bass line in the club music. Those AO Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, I was doing release parties at the Olive Bar, release parties, like people wasn't touching the mixtapes. Right. When you heard those AO Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, like every year I was dropping on my birthday. So people's already fucking with me because it's my birthday. People are already on my pages. So I dropped the mixtape on my birthday. It was getting hella downloads on Media Fire. SoundCloud getting thousands of plays. So like, alright, I'm gonna show you just how nice I am. I can make a traditional club track. I can do that any day, but that's been done. Let me show you how we can flip this and reverse this. I was taking vocals from artists and putting the artists as featured artists. Let me break that down for a second. People back then a sample club track, but they wouldn't put like, so TT might have like 4 lines on the record, but I'm going to feature TT the artist. I put feature TT the artist. She's going to promote that record. Mike might got 2 lines on the record. He might just say, what? Show what you bought. What? No verse or nothing. but I'm putting featuring Mike. I'm putting feature every person that has a vocal on there, and they feel like they're a part of the record. And I'm not sampling Busta Rhymes. I'm not sampling Lil Jon. I'm getting artists in there that say, what, hey. And artists having so much fun being, I'm trying to hop on the track. Chop my vocals up, bro. Right. That's what they want to do. Like, every time. Like, that's why I can't really make beats and just send them off to artists. They want, like, I make the beat live in front of them 90% of the time. So they like, yeah, chop my vocals up. You know, stuff like that. Because that's what they expect for a Mighty Mark track. Right. You don't really hear no Mighty Mark beat from any of them. They ain't got a part where it's like an 8-bar of me chopping the vocals up. Like the song Payload was starting in the beginning. What? Hey, oh boy, I don't love you. Oh, like that's my thing. But I wanted to make the artist feel a part of the record versus me sampling that record. So that was strategic. The music is strategic, but not any like typing up an essay or nothing like that.
So how did you get into the space? Oh, I mean, that's obvious. Because you make club music, chopping up vocals and then as you kind of grew and your music grows, that's an ingenious kind of concept to kind of keep that same basis, but even evolve into
to make it more songs, because the placement, they want songs. Right. TV shows, they want songs. Just finding the borderline to help that club music genre go forward, but shifting it to a song format.
So when did Hollywood start knocking on the door? So when did Viceland and HBO and this and that, like, how did that all come about? Because I'm quite sure there's a bunch of artists listening right now saying, I want to be on HBO. How did that happen?
The music. People like good music. If you put out good music in the world, different music, real music that comes from your soul, it always trumps out. Instagram out, but good music always penetrates. Even if they got the most views for a minute, our musicians, they're looking for real music. They're looking for culture. When you have culture in your music, people will come in and listen to it. So what happened was I was putting that culture out online early. We're trying to find a Baltimore culture. We're trying to find a Baltimore. And I was bringing the culture with me. Instead of just DJing, I was bringing dancers with me, bringing the culture with me. So, in that regard, probably 2010, 2011, we really started coming and stuff of that sort. Like the interviews, the Fact Magazine, which is a big media outlet, Vice, Fader, Complex. It started hitting me up. Oh, what's going on with it? These companies are always looking for the fresh, real, authentic sound. That's how they started hitting me up. In terms of the Hollywood, the placement stuff, that just came too. It wasn't no email blast or nothing like that. 12 O'Clock Boys, that was local, but they was looking for local music. They hit me up. I totally forgot about 12 O'Clock Boys.
I had a song
in there.
DVD, right.
I had a song in there. I had a club song in there. They just wanted to feature authentic local music. And
who did the 12 O'Clock Boys DVD?
The company that presented was Olascope, but it was a guy, I don't want to get his name wrong, but it was a local director. I mean, he wasn't local. I forgot his name. I don't want to say it.
I don't know how in the world it happened, but he got so much national attention off of that.
Because it was about the culture. It was about the culture. People like to look at culture and real stories. People like real shit.
Agreed.
People flock to that. You ain't gotta get a press release. It's 12 o'clock. All you gotta do is show the thing. And then people gonna come.
That's a fact.
Easy money. People gonna come.
That's a fact.
And then I had a song on Cartoon Network Off the Air. Dug it out of there with TT. They just hit us up. But even before TT got a publishing situation with Zinc Music, Insecure. That was more of a TT thing in a way. In my opinion, they were looking for, they like featuring female music, like feature African American female music. TT had a song that went viral on Spotify. So we had to put your music on Spotify. A song called Lavish. And they featured that on Insecure Season 1. Then they asked, hey, you got more music? And we keep on sending them music. We stay in the loop.
So once you get that email address, you gotta flood the box.
Yeah, you flood up, and TT stay creating stuff for them. And just maintaining those relationships. You know? Once you win there, you got thinking it. Gotta grind hard. Everything ain't about money all the time. You gotta grind hard.
That's what's up. So, you know what? Let's go to a break.
Okay.
I got a bunch of questions, and I was trying to debate on could I squeeze one in and still be in the time frame. But let's go to a break first. Y'all keep it locked. Aries Lounge Podcast, bbcradio.com. Money Mark is in the building. Let go. It's your boy JS1 Supply, Aries Lounge Podcast, each and every week. I got Mighty Mark in the building, bro.
Man.
The OG, the young OG is in the building. You know what I'm saying? Young stats, that's what I call them. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to
Because
be,
you
man.
got them stats. Well, you got a sheet. Boy, when they
Man.
send out that information, you a heavy hitter. Like if you ever do get a publicist, they got a 4 pages worth of stuff to send out based on you.
I try.
You know what I'm saying? Well, you good? You feeling good?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Cool. I know these long interviews sometimes we wear
I'm
people
straight,
out.
man.
But
I'm straight.
when you got a story like yours, bro,
I can talk, man. That's one thing I can do.
I can run my mouth as well.
Yeah.
That's a blessing. You know? Some people don't have it, but you got to get the gab. So we talked about club music almost like it was we talk about it like it's a genre and it is a culture, but for those people who are outside of Baltimore or people who have never heard of Baltimore club music, let's go. Number one, I want you to describe what club music is.
Okay.
You know, what constitutes a Baltimore club song.
Okay.
And then I want to get into, I want to have a discussion about the culture of club.
Okay.
So what is Baltimore club music?
Baltimore club music has our own homegrown sound. It's raw. It's gritty. It's grimy. Excuse me. It's imperfected. It's hitting you
That's
hard.
a good term to use. It's imperfect.
It's dirty and clean at the same damn time.
Fact.
It's a derivative of house music. It's normally in between 125 and 135 beats per minute, per se. And, yeah.
And I'm going to
And it's danceable.
Right. Because it's house music. It's house music with samples, with more samples. And like you said, it's a more gritty.
Yeah.
It's more rough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if people don't understand Jersey,
it's repetitive.
It's very repetitive. It's more smooth. Like house music is smoother. It's mostly got singers and
yeah.
And it's groovy.
It's normally not too much melody in club music, not too much. We had some, but it's not a lot of instrumentation.
Right.
But he did drums and break beats, which is more like shakers.
Right.
Stuff like that.
Baltimore club, man. Growing up, we grew up in 2 different times.
Right.
I was born in '79.
Right.
So club music
Got
for
10
me,
year difference from me.
like me coming up in the late 80s, early 90s when club music really began its genesis.
Right.
That was all like house party.
Right.
You know, because 92Q would come on and the club music would start around 9.
Right.
And we couldn't afford DJs back when I was really young. So the only thing we could do was turn on that radio.
That's what
and, DJ Tons and Fubi and whoever was on radio at the time, they used to really jam. But that club music, we didn't know that everybody in the world didn't know about it. We thought this was what the party was about.
Right.
The party wasn't about playing a bunch of rap songs. It was like this club set cabins.
You wait till the club music come on.
The club music come on, and you jumping on the furniture.
You jumping on the floor. You wait for that. You wait to come behind that girl when the club music come on.
Facts.
Oh yeah, I'm grab her. Grab her when the club music come on. So yeah.
Now, even in that time period, yes, there was freak dancing.
Right.
But there would be like my homeboy could dance because he was skinny. He had another homeboy, and they had routines.
That's true.
So they you know what I'm saying, going underneath each other's legs and jumping.
They had dance groups and stuff.
They had dance groups. They had competitions like we were talking about off air, Almighty Mickey's and all these different cool things. And the club music, that was just how, for my generation, that was just how we partied.
Right.
There was and I talked about this on the Pork Chop interview. Like when I went to Paradox, there would be 9 to 10. It'd be regular, whatever's known 92Q, the regular hip hop music and R&B music. Right. And then come around 10 or 11 o'clock, it's like
it's go time.
It's go time.
Go time.
You know what I'm saying? Pork Chop's getting on the microphone because he would open before Miss Tony came.
Right.
And you heard his voice, and a lot of times they would start out with that suit. The Superman joint where they sang with the intro and they had the club music. Right. And that was that call sign, and the dance people flood the dance floor.
Right.
And the sound was so loud and crispy and clear because that dude, whoever owned Paradise,
the best sound on the East Coast.
I'm talking about, I used to be drunk off of cheap liquor because we ain't drinking there. We would get pre-drunk before we get in there. Yeah. So you in there, your head swirling from smoking weed and drinking alcohol. But that sound, like you said, is so clean. You could feel it in your whole body. Right. And you were just dancing, like losing your mind. And like, it was just a thing. So your generation, you came in kind of like the time period when club music kind of started falling from grace.
Well,
because it's not the same. It's like you ain't got that club set going on.
Well, when I started producing, yes, it was falling out from grace. But because Swift had passed, she was one of the main ambassadors. She passed the same year I really got in the game. But when I was going to school and going to the parties, it was still lit. So the parties, I kind of came up, Black Star, Say What, K-Spin, KW Griff, Ward Lee, Mike Mumbles, Tigger, Madden, like DJ Pierre. So that's kind of so like those people were still getting plays and stuff. DJ B.E.'s, there's a lot if I forgot it. But they was really, their tracks were still hitting hard in the club. We were still waiting for club music to come on. I wouldn't be making club music if it wasn't so popular in my neighborhood. So yes, the money now. Now, when I started making club music, it was kind of on the downfall. Like, and after Swift passed, it was like a big act because she was one of them big proponents of club music as well. Now, in terms of me, in my opinion, when Swift passed, a lot of people stopped making club music because they felt like it wasn't no outlet. And to me, like, I wasn't making club music for Swift. I wasn't making it for the radio. I was making it. I liked it, and like the people in my neighborhood liked it. And then I was putting it online. So I said I had a whole nother audience that a lot of people didn't adapt to. Back in the day, you make a club track here, and people, oh yeah, let me book Lil J because he got the Lil J down here. And they booked him and stuff like that. You know, I think he had already moved by the time Swift had passed, or moved in. But like, you make a club track and you play a club track and you be locally famous off your club track. That never happened to me. I never had that local like fame off a club music. I'm not worried about famous, but I think a lot of people after Swift passed, they didn't figure out a way to continue to get their music out there. Because Swift was taking your music, putting it on the CD, and then they looking back to the CD, oh yeah, such and such. I've never been on a K-Swift trip. I was going to be, but she passed. Right. So, like, my kind of direction is a little bit different. Now, after she passed, it started going down those following years. But I was projecting up those following. I was going out of state playing clubs. It's like, well, they ain't messing with stuff here. Well, they ain't playing heavy here. That same time, after 2008, we started going from 2 hours of club and club music for it to go down to 30-minute club music set. Maybe a little 15-minute club music set. So it started changing. And that affected a lot of people that was making club music locally because they're like, well, they ain't even playing club music. Club music getting a thing like that.
So, all right, tell me about, like, the distinguishing factors between, like, you making club music and, like, Black Star making club music or DJ Perry, I hope I'm saying that right. Yeah. What would be the difference? Like, what do you feel like the creative difference?
I think we all had similarities because it was club music, but everybody had their own style. Pierre's was more ambient. Like he used like kind of like weird snaps and sounds. It was rock. And he was early putting a lot of vocals on his tracks too. A lot of reverb, a lot of delay, a lot of atmospheric reverb, like wow. Like yeah, in the background. It was fire. It was Black Star, sometimes my stuff was like this too, but Black Star was organized chaos. Like he'd go in there and he just like he'd be like, put your hands up, like whoa, 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 whoa. It just felt like a battle time. But Black Star came on. Then he started to get more musical with slides to the left, slide to the right. Black Star was like organized chaos. Even with his like a lot of his tracks, like hands up, thumbs down, like hands, hands, like he would just take their handset and just jam on it, like it was like so that with my stuff was like more like a melting pot, like a blending of everything. Like I can go the Black Star route, I can go atmosphere. I think my stuff was like a little bit more intricate per se, and my stuff was like, especially when I did my vocals. My stuff was just all about what I felt that day. I got a song called Weak. And I went to work, something that pissed me off. I went home, sampled 3 6 Mafia, and then I reset it. Like, like when I say weak ass, you say bitch. Weak ass bitch. I was just mad from work. So a lot of my stuff was a lot like. That's why I couldn't make it. Like when I first started, I was making a lot of tracks, but I had a lot of energy. But if I don't have inspiration, I can't make a track. I can't just make like every single one of my tracks is real personal. So that meant me hold on to them.
Right.
Even when Swift wanted to put my song on the CD, like, hold on, what about, like, does this really make financial sense? I'm not wanting to be on Jump like, Swift, but I like, let me think. And even at that time, I was thinking, like, all right, well, she make a CD, she put it out, and she signed on her CD. Like, what did that do for me? You know what I'm saying? And it'll give you exposure locally. It'll give you exposure worldwide, but I wasn't, like, hopping right on to it. Like, oh, I'm on the CD. I wasn't really on that. I was more about, let me put my shit online, so people can book me out of state,
right?
And I still have control.
Right.
Let me put my shit on that pitch so people can find my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the internet was just really jumping off. But even like, my songs had a lot of subliminals. Like I said at the beginning, they came out from battle rap. So like, when I did, I think it was A-Rap 2, maybe it was A-Rap 3, I had a song called My Garage. So if you go Murder Mark, My Garage on YouTube, you'll find the song. So I'm like, these new cats just think they hard, think they messing with my squad. I don't care who you are, don't step foot in my garage. I got a music video people part of the garage. So my stuff was simple, but it meant something. And back in the day, people used to make tracks to go in and say, oh, Mark, I need something already, let me make something. This, that. Like, so these new cats think they hard, because, like, in that time, you had a lot of younger producers making tracks. The tracks was getting faster. It was getting more repetitive vocals. So these new cats, it's them. These new cats is anybody here that's new, anybody out of state that's new.
Right.
Different Philly making clever. There isn't that. And I love Philly making clever. Anybody.
Right.
This is a battleground. These new cats just think they hard. Think they messing with my squad. If they didn't have my squad, you had TT, you got Mike. You got my people Sudan. Think they messing with my squad. I don't care who you are. Don't step foot in my garage. Oh, I like this garage joint. They playing this. Don't step foot in my garage. It was different. But my garage is my place, my home. That's one diss track. That diss track for me, like I was trying to find different ways to pull. That was one. Another one I had called Let Me Show, which was the first one TP rapped on. At first, I had just a regular club track before people rapped on it. So, called Let Me Show 'em. So that was more of a break beat. I had more of the old style. But I'm up with this new shit and got these new synths and these sound like, all right, boom. Let me show him, let me show him, let me show him, let me show him. Rock, I'll show them, and they said the break beats, and I was chopping it up. Then in the middle, I took a sample from Jay-Z Encore. It's star time. This guy is mean. He's killing y'all jive turkeys. When I was doing that, I sampled it like, yo, yeah, I'm coming. And they played that song. P.W. Griff played that song, but that was after Swift Class Fat. He never did that for you. He played that song every day on the radio for like a year. Every time he played. Wow. And then I made a special in the original version. I had my man K Spin because he added to it too. Me and made it together. So K Spin I like K Spin. Show him how he rock off. So we don't say let me show him, let me show him, let me show him, let me show him. K Spin was young too. They used to get on him too. People were like him. Like K Spin, show him how you rock off. Then he put the vocals in, rock off, and he's doing the chopping and stuff. Right. So it's really a diss record. Then there was a time period when like, I think after my garage when like. I don't know, people was like, man, they Mark this, they think Mark the run the club. I never said, like a lot of people say they club kings. I've never said that. I don't be a king of nothing. Like I'm not, like I am what I am. Right. But he was putting out tracks, so then I remixed Rick Ross BMF. And they played that on the radio happy too. So Lex Luger was hot. His stuff was around, his beats was around the same tempo as club music. But the drums was slower. Like, let me say, like, then I didn't have the Rick Ross acapella, so I just had the beginning of the instrumental. Dun, 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 and the BMF. well, not that. I did Harder to Paint to the BMF. That came one of it. I came in. I think I'm big as Meech. Larry Hoover. I run the club. I am the future. Be more going hard. You now rocking with cinema acapella. Murder more. And they played that on the radio. And they played on the radio so much that at certain times when they played it, you rocking with it in. They put the drop. 19 jazz. But like people was like, they was playing that heavy. Like, all right, let me do it again. Like Suliga did Waka Flocka Hard in the Paint too. I did, and I just took the instrumental. I had an acapella, and I moved to the beginning instrumental. I'm like, I go hard in the paint, hard in the club. I don't care what you think, boy. I go hard in the paint, hard with the club. So I'm saying with the club. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. None of y'all think I'm killing this shit. Like, and then I took the Lil Jon what, like everybody was doing it, that I wasn't gonna use them what. Like, I'm gonna take that shit too. Like, what was I check? What did I like? What did I check? Did I split it up? Niggas was mad as shit. I know people are mad as shit. But yeah, but those different things I pulled inspiration from. Right. Not against nobody, just something like, all right, you made this hot track. Let me go make something hot. Then hopefully somebody else going next week and they make something hot. They're like, all right, let me make something hot again. And that's how we fed off each other. Or Vartley dropped Crazy Ladies Get Pump, Pump, Pump. That shit was hard. That shit came in like 2008. That shit was hard, yo. Like a lot of people, just different people that be inspired to go make something else and then say what had his go. That shit was fire. So it just make you want to go make something. And
so in 2018, what are your relationships like now between you, Rod Lee, and the Black Star, and this person and that person?
Well, really, I didn't drive. I wasn't really in the clubs like they wasn't. Like they had personal relationships with. I didn't. Right. So I've never really had like a personal relationship, like a one-on-one relationship. Like back in the day, all the companies were hanging with each other, something like that. And I didn't. I was just really in my house for a second. Or going out of state. Or then I was in the Station North area, like the Crown in that area. The Black Star Say What really wasn't really out and about like that. Black Star was actually out of town. Mm-hmm. Man, Say What cool. I could talk to Say What a couple of weeks about doing something for the film that I'm working on, Dark City Beneath the Beat. So I had something about that. But yeah, I'm actually cool with him. I don't have no problems with him. Black Star hit me up. I gave Black Star some sounds. Like we traded controllers, and he hit me up there, but he sent me music. He's actually on my Project Rail that I dropped in 2016. It's on iTunes. Mm-hmm. He's on that. I mean, I'm cool with that. Like, I don't have time to be with anybody. I'm cool with everybody, especially if you're making club music. The more club music, the better. Mm-hmm. So I'm cool with everybody for it.
So in 2018, you know, like you said, you got the studio now.
Yeah.
Record label.
Yeah.
You know, your production company.
Yeah.
And probably got 2-4 other things that we don't know nothing about.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what do you want people to know about not just Mighty Mark, but the Gold Room brand in 2018?
So a lot of people do know about Mighty Mark, but I don't people know about the Gold Room Music and Media Studio. Come and record your record. Come and get production. We're pretty fair on the prices, and we like to work with you as well. So we here to stay. We're not going anywhere. So we here for you to come record your project. Even just come check us out. Come play some beats. In terms of Mighty Mark, I'm just really trying to push this Baltimore sound forward as well. I'm expanding my production. So lately what I've been kind of doing, as Seiko Bang had the bank rolls, Rod Lee had Tim Trees and Paula Campbell and stuff like that. So we all inspired from that. He took the Baltimore sound and made it hip-hop. Samir and Aaron LaGreat had a song called Baltimore Club Crack that had songs that kind of explode down Baltimore Club. So instead of 30 BPM, it's 90 BPM. So right now I got this song Payroll with Stars and Teach the Arts. So Teach the Arts, Stars, whatever. Both of that song. I produced that. I wanted to let people know that's that Baltimore beat, but you can play that in the strip club. Like people still in the strip videos of that. Had my artist Kalada. She has a song called Stupid that's on YouTube as well. Stupid and Payroll have music videos that you can see after looking at this interview and subscribing to the channel. Facts. You can see those videos. to show you how far that Baltimore sound can actually go. We have a stupid R&B, slow down, Baltimore club, Halo, more strip club, female anthem, me like, but still that Baltimore sound. You can add melody to it. It's just the beat, because a lot of times we're like, well, I ain't trying to rap on the Baltimore beat, that's Baltimore beat. And nowadays in Baltimore, you got even the younger artists rapping over the older beats again. So you have Lonnie, who's from South Florida, who's from Cherry Hill. He has a song, Yip Yip, that he played on the video like crazy. He rapped over Bankroll's beat. That's 3 people that rapped over that beat. Then you got Sneaky T, who rapped over the old Paula Campbell, How Does It Feel? And that's getting spins too. So in my opinion, every artist that ever blew off of Baltimore that I've seen blew, did it off of Baltimore beat. So go somewhere, like find somebody else that blew and it wasn't on the Baltimore beat and show me. But it's people that's got situations. But really had a hit single, the Baltimore beat. Most of them was Ron Levy, but it's a Baltimore beat.
Right.
Even Be Rich, Hey Now, Roll Now. That's a Baltimore beat. What's that, Dookie Man?
Yep.
That's a Baltimore beat. So just trying to do my part and, shout out to the legends and stuff. Just trying to infiltrate our sound into the industry. I got a new song that's going to be on Insecure by TT. I ain't out yet, but it might be out by the time this interview. It's going to be episode 7. It's called Clickbait, and it's all about, people going on Instagram clicking, and that I infused some Baltimore, beat in that too.
That's hard.
But it still sound industry. But the rock, you can still do the 2-step to it.
Right.
So that's going to come out soon. But that sound different than Payroll, but sound different from Colada Stupid.
Right.
So all of Baltimore beats ain't got to sound the same. So that's what I'm trying to. And it's tough. Trying to make the same record over, make it sound different at the same time. So I'm really just expanding my production because when I make beats, I try to make every beat different, which is kind of part of my downfall. Not downfall, but kind of because Timberland will make a bunch of beats that sound the same, but send them different artists.
Right.
Swizz Beatz is I don't use any presets over. I'm making everything from scratch. This year I'm not. Because making the beat sound the same helps define the sound. I'm talking the hip hop side. The club side, I'm like, all right, let me use this sound again. The hip hop side, I'm making every beat sound different. But I'm not. So, like I said earlier, I talk through my music. Now people can see the payroll. People can see the stupid. People can hear the clickbait. Another song called Look Alive. It's out, but it's semi. It's out on all the streaming services. So it's out. Look Alive, I understand. But it's another Baltimore beat. But it's like it's a feel-good house party type record. So when they see all these records lined up, and all of them had the Baltimore swag, the Baltimore style, but they sound different. A lot of people are like, yo, it's a Baltimore beat on the rap on it, but you're just going to hear a beat. I want you to just hear music. Sierra, let's dance like we're making love. Baltimore beat. Trey Songz, he's from the DMV area. I can't help but wait. Listen to it close. Baltimore beat. My man Jay Allen, Kevin Hart, Trey Songz. Baltimore beat.
Wait,
you gotta take advantage of our sound.
Did you just say Jay Oliver produced that beat for the?
Yeah, he produced that.
Get the fuck out of here!
And he produced.
With the big old cheeks.
He produced that.
Shout out to Jay Oliver, yo.
Yeah.
Old bluffing ass, nigga. You ain't even tell me that when we interviewed you.
He made that, man. That shit hot.
That was early this year.
And that should be a sign, like how big those songs can go. That should be a sign. So hopefully some of these artists start. And I ain't saying you gotta dance or nothing like that. I mean, cool. Even if you think Swizz Beatz rapped over some things, right? Look it up on YouTube. I'm cool. Swizz Beatz loves the Bankroll song. And Swizz Beatz, if you really listen to it, like, I'm a hustler, I'm a hustler, homie. It even got the breakbeat Baltimore loop. Same loop that's saying if you're from Baltimore, you know, it ain't none of y'all say, I'm a hustler. It's Baltimore. It's hip hop. It's Baltimore sound, one of the last untapped sounds of hip hop. We better take advantage of it before somebody else. It should be no reason Kevin Hart and Trey Songz got a Baltimore beat out, and nobody from Baltimore is taking advantage of that and having Baltimore beat out. We better take advantage of this man with the industry to take and put their artists on it and keep it moving.
It felt like Baltimore the whole time. But you know what? The thing I loved about that record is that it sounded like the industry, but it still had that Baltimore vibe. Instead of it sounding grungy and dirty and grimy, it sounded clean, it sounded fresh.
Right.
It sounded like a chick need to put her red bottoms on, get dressed.
Because we just mixed. I mean, because we invested in the mixing. And stuff like, even if you listen to Kaleidoscope,
even the instrumentation though, the instrumentation, and then you got a multi-platinum singer who's really dope at his vocals. So
and J. Oliver's dope too.
No, J. Oliver's fire.
He got a bunch of industry stuff.
Shout out to him, bro.
So yeah. I mean, just trying to do my part to get some of the Baltimore sound out, and I'm also soundtracking the film. So just trying.
So does that mean you want to do my EP for me, yo? Like my JS1 Club?
I think about it.
Oh, come on, man. Like, me and the boys. Like, because I got to do a disc record and tape. So, like, I got a disc tape on a record. So, that's coming. That's one. And then I got to do my Love for Chicken Wing song. I got to do that one. And then maybe one more. Outside of that, yo, that's my EP, yo. We about to be lit.
I ain't doing it on disc record, so we might think about that one.
Forget that, yo. Tape, I'm coming for you. I want the #1 spot. Well, outside of that, appreciate your time.
No problem. Anytime.
Yo, I learned a lot from you today, bro. You dropped a lot of club knowledge, yo. It's a lot of stuff I didn't know about, man. And you out here making a whole lot of money. So now I know who to call when I'm short $20.
I'm broke, man. I got kids.
They always do this. See how they do you? See how they do you?
I'm broke, man.
All I said was 20. I ain't say 50. Damn. All right, so drop the social media so they know where to find you.
At I Am Mighty Mark on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah.
At I Am Mighty Mark, or pull me up on Facebook too.
Yeah.
MightyMarkAdventures.com is my website. Then we got at GoldRoom410, GoldRoom410.com. Simple.
That's what's up. Make sure y'all keep it locked. Follow everything he's doing. Check out these phenomenal payroll video. I promise.
Oh yeah. YouTube, TG the Artist, feature star, payroll, call and requested on 92Q.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. And definitely follow the squad if you ain't had a chance. Yo, Kaleidoscope's fire. TT the Artist is fire. Shout out to Greenspan. I don't know why he just popped in my brain because he had a club joint that I really enjoyed. Yeah. But yo, JR.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. That's my dude. He's always showing man love.
Yeah.
Oliver, all of them. I just love all of them people. Like, yo, we've jammed out over the years and done a lot of stuff. But anyway, don't forget, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Don't forget to hit that notification button thing so you can be notified every time a video posts up. Follow us at Aries Lounge, at JS, the #1 THASUPPLIER. Follow us there. Also, at KIN9 Designs with a Z at the end of it. Follow that. That's my man Fame. That's how we do it. Aries Lounge Podcast. We check y'all next time. Leave comments below. Tell Mark what he forgot. Tell us what he did right, what he did wrong. Hey, if you went to high school with him and you beat him in a battle, drop your info below, because I'm trying to set up the rematch. We're trying to get Running Ball back rapping again.
We're going to set it up, man. We're going to set it up. At the Gold Room.
It's going to be lit, yo. I'm bringing the bottles, yo. So anyway, we love y'all. Baltimore, man. Keep inspiring people. Keep making great music. You know what I'm saying? And keep learning about the industry. We out. Peace.
Hey, knocked it out. Man, we got to do something with the time, because I know you coming all the way from